Hey, what is going on, guys? Today I am sharing with you my top 5 best Assetto Corsa track mods for the month of January. The first one in 2022, the first track mods video, and we have some absolute bangers on this list. From some club racing tracks, IMSA tracks, there is something on this list for everyone, even some F1 circuits. So without further ado, let's get right into the first one on the list. First up, we have a track that I actually put in my best street circuits video, and I've had this track in like 4 different videos now, but it's such a high quality track that I feel like I need to put it into the big track mods videos. This is the Chedda Corniche circuit by Chicky Freaky. It's currently in beta 06, but this track is of course the either loved or hated Jeddah Corniche circuit, brand new for last season now in F1. Of course, it hosted a very controversial, to say the least, race. I think Abu Dhabi definitely came and took its crown soon after, but in the time that it was a very controversial race with a ton of incidents. But overall, whatever you think of the track, this is a fantastic quality mod, and I do have to admit, at least me personally, this track is so fun to hot lap. Chicky Freaky makes some amazing tracks. I've covered his works previously. I've covered this one like twice now officially, and I've had it in a ton of videos. This is a fantastic track mod, and I think a must-have for any F1 fan, especially going over this excruciating winter break. You can find this one in the link in the description below. Next up, we actually have an oval. This is Charlotte Motor Speedway. It comes in both the regular default NASCAR oval, as well as the one that I think most of you guys are going to be using more so, the Roval. If you don't know the Roval, I think IMSA goes to it now as well, just with the GT cars, but of course this is NASCAR's, or one of NASCAR's big road course races. I haven't really watched any of them, but I've heard that a lot of fans like them and they're good, so I'll just take their word for it. The Roval, which is what I'll be talking about, is 3.6 kilometers long. This thing has a whopping 34 pits, so if you want to throw a bunch of NASCARs around it, like the RSS Hyperion, or if you just want to do like some GT cars, because hey, IMSA goes here, then that could also very well work too. This track, you're gonna call me crazy, but it kind of reminds me of Monaco. Like the first part of it, there's walls on either side of you. It's very like tight, especially going into turn 1. I don't know. That's just the vibe I get. I'm probably gonna get shot for that, but it reminds me of at least like a street circuit type vibe. The previous Charlotte that we've had was one from like 2008, like it was like the old one when it just had the regular yellow walls and like the back straight grandstand. So this is the brand new version, or I guess the version, it's from 2020, so it's like the current version of Charlotte Motor Speedway, I guess, in real life. And this is a just super cool track to have in AC. You can find this one in the link in the description below. Next up, we have Smolensk Ring. I hope I pronounced that right. It is a Russian name, so I don't know if I did, but this track, 3.4 kilometers long, is one of those where it was, what is the longest, like, most fun track that we can fit in to the smallest possible area? And this was the answer. It is super twisty, especially there's like this one S's part where it's literally just left, right, like almost like some very slow speed Maggots Beckett's. It's honestly a super fun little track, and it's also very highly detailed as well. This one is brought to us by the official SMP Esports. They have another track that we're covering on this list later on, and they also have a car that I will be covering in my best car mods video, so look forward to that as well. But this track is super well modeled, super high levels of detail. It's in like a very rural setting as well. I think it's a little bit unique in terms of tracks because most of them are, you know, near cities. You know, there's not just many that are kind of just like with power lines going over them and like a factory in the background. So I think it's a very unique, cool little track. You can find this one in the race department link in the description below. Next up, we have a track that I'm actually surprised that I've never covered before, but I haven't, so let's do it right now. This is Virginia International Raceway. I think the biggest race that this track holds is an IMSA round for just the GT cars, so yeah, there you go. But this is actually an older track mod, but it still is really high quality. It stands up to today's standards. I don't know if it comes with its stock, but I know you can find a Rain FX and Grass FX patch for it to really bring it up to 2022 AC standards. But around the full course, which is just the like outer loop of it, I guess I'll call it, 5.3 kilometers long. This thing has 33 pits, so you can pretty much throw any type of grid around here and it will work just fine. If you want more of that American club road racing vibe, then this track is for you. And also VIR, I think, is a super underrated track. It's a really fun layout, especially like the infield course. It's very narrow, but when you master it, it is so satisfying. Again, I don't know how I haven't, I've had this mod for so long, but I don't know how I've never covered it in a video, so we're gonna do it right now. You can find this one in the race department link in the description below. And finally on this list, we have Fort Gronzi. I hope I pronounced that right again. This track is based in Czechoslovakia, 3.1 kilometers long, 32 pits, and just like the Smolensk Ring, again, hope I pronounced that right, this track is made by the official SMP esports crew. And just like Smolensk Ring, this one is very high quality as well, super well modeled. I actually personally definitely prefer this layout over Smolensk Ring, but they're both very good in their own ways. But this one almost reminds me of it could be like an F1 circuit if they just had a lot better facilities. I could definitely see it. Super high quality, super fun. I would keep things a little bit slower paced around here, but I mean, hey, F1 cars hot lapping could probably not do too bad around here as well. So I think this track is pretty open for whatever you want to throw around it. I can't say the same for Smolensk Ring. It is a little bit tighter, but these SMP esports tracks are super, super well made. So honestly, keep them coming, SMP. You can find this one in the race department link in the description below. So yeah, guys, that is all I have for you this month. If you guys did enjoy, a like and a sub would mean a lot. Thank you so much for the insane support. Literally, we hit 3K in like the beginning of January, and it's not even over yet, and we're almost at, and we probably will have 3.5K by the end of the month. 500 subs in 1 month. That is just absolutely insane. Thank you guys so much. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Have a good one, guys.